Night at 7 on Arizona PBS. Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
If you are 60 or over, consider a charitable gift annuity with Arizona PBS. A charitable gift annuity will provide you a steady stream of income during your lifetime and also help ensure that Arizona PBS is available for future generations.
Coming up next on Arizona PBS, Life and World.
Hi, Michael Crow here, President of ASU. Everyone should know that lifelong learning is going to be an essential ingredient to you and your family's success. I'm really proud that Arizona PBS and Arizona State University are working together in every possible way to make certain that you, through the PBS network here and our station here, can have access to all that you need to move your family forward in terms of gaining access to learning over your entire lifetime. No matter what your age, no matter where you are, no matter where you're sitting, no matter what you're doing, we are here for you, and we're really excited about that.
Arizona PBS celebrates a moment in time, made possible by Rock Springs Cafe. Before astronauts walked on the moon, they first took some giant leaps in northern Arizona. The Apollo 11 crew tested their skills and equipment on the surfaces of the Meteor Crater and Cinder Lake Crater Field.
Coming soon to Arizona PBS.
There's never been a more important time to make sure facts and the truth are driving conversation. Washington Week is an island of civil discourse in a chaotic media environment. On Friday night, we gather the best reporters in the nation to unpack what's really happening and have a conversation that's not about point of view, but about informing the American people.
Washington Week.
All new Friday night at 7 on Arizona PBS. Support for Arizona PBS comes from viewers like you and from
Hospice of the Valley, a not-for-profit community hospice for patients nearing end of life and support for their families. HOV.org.
From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Never forget, the nation remembering the 18th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks, how Arizonans are honoring the nearly 3,000 lives lost.
Plus, murdered and missing Indigenous women. We take you live to D.C. to explain what the Trump administration is doing to handle the cases.
And the Arizona Department of Health Services offering a new program for parents who don't want to vaccinate their children.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Madison LaBerge.
And I'm Daria Yasmin. Thank you for joining us.
Right now, the nation is remembering the 18th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks.
2,996 people lost their lives in the attacks when hijackers collided with the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the open field in Pennsylvania.
White House officials joined memorial services across the nation. Vice President Mike Pence was on the ground in Pennsylvania where United Flight 93 crashed.
The American people will never forget or ever fail to be inspired by the courage of the men and women of Flight 93. We honor them by remembering them. And we honor them by resolving here and now that we will do as they did, each of us, in all of our varied roles, to prevent such evil from ever reaching our shores again.
Here in Arizona, memorials were almost held to remember the victims.
Cronkite News reporter Mariah Gallegos attended a service here in Phoenix.
I went to the city's memorial service and spoke with people today who remembered where they were and what they were doing when they heard the news of the attacks.
Police officers, firefighters, and Valley residents gathered for a memorial to pay tribute
to the victims and rescuers of the September 11th tragedy. Many people remembered where they were when they heard the news.
My college roommate's father worked in the area of the Pentagon that was hit. I remember the uncertainty as we waited for news about where he was.
They also remember the confusion and disbelief.
I was leaving campus to go study at my parents' house, and I arrived and saw the second plane hit the tower, and I thought it was a replay of the first plane.
Phoenix Fire Captain Kenny Overton says the images are ingrained in his memory.
It was a horrific day, obviously, on duty, on site that day. The optimism that we were going to find pockets of survivors, never found any.
Bill Canner is a retired captain of the New York City Fire Department. He remembers everything.
Went on recovery. The grapplers would pull up large sections months later. Fire would still show. It was quite an effort, cleanup and recovery, and trying to bring closure to family members, both fire, police, and civilian, of the remains of their loved ones.
Canner said he still can't look at the book of names and pictures because so many of them he knew. Many of the people I spoke with said even 18 years later, they'll never forget the emotions of that day. Mariah Gallegos, Cronkite News.
And closer to home, first responders in Tucson are climbing over 2,000 steps in memory of 9/11's fallen heroes. This is the 8th year of the memorial climb, now welcoming more than 1,500 people to climb the stadium steps of the University of Arizona. This event also takes place in Phoenix and Flagstaff.
We're also tracking top posts surfacing on social media today as the hashtag #NeverForget continues to trend online. An Instagram user shared this photo of Lady Liberty overlooking the New York skyline where the Twin Towers once stood. Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema tweeting this morning, "Today we remember all those lost on September 11th, 2001. Here's an iconic photo being shared a lot on Twitter right now of first responders raising an American flag in the rubble of the World Trade Center." And finally, President Donald Trump tweeting this image today of himself and First Lady Melania Trump at 9/11 Memorial Site with the words, "We will never forget." For continuing coverage of the 18th anniversary of 9/11, follow us on Facebook and Twitter and find us online at cronkitenews.arizonaazpbs.org.
Breaking news from the U.S. Supreme Court. The court will allow nationwide enforcement of an administration rule regarding asylum seekers. The rule prevents most Central American immigrants from asking for asylum in the U.S. if they pass through another country without asking for protection there. Most people crossing the southern border are Central Americans fleeing violence and poverty. They are largely ineligible under the new rule. The problem of missing and murdered Indigenous women is real, but how much is the government doing to prevent violence against Native American women? That was the question at a House hearing today in D.C. Cronkite News reporter Heather Cumberledge was at the hearing and is live in our Washington bureau with her story. Heather?
For about 2 hours today, House members grilled officials from the Bureau of Indian Affairs at the Department of Health and Human Services. They wanted to see just what the government is doing, and they were not always happy with the answers. Phoenix Congressman Ruben Gallego asked why authorities can't keep track of the number of Native women who go missing.
Basic tribal affiliation data fields to the systems. Why did it take the Department of Justice and VA over 10 years to see the flaw in their data? Second question is, prior to tribal affiliation data field, what was used in place of tribal affiliation data field prior to that to actually collect this? And i.e. were all crimes listed as just Indian or something, some other type of category?
At one point, he even accused a witness of cutting and pasting his testimony from a previous hearing. He told the panel, "The time for talk is past."
But, we want to see more beyond listening sessions. We want to see actions.
That was echoed by Tucson Representative Raul Grijalva.
A discussion about what needs to be done at a federal level.
While the hearing was sometimes tense, it was not as emotional as a later event, meant to recognize the Native women who have been victims of violence.
Today, we want to remember who this is really about, and a lot of them are not here today, most of them. And in remembering them, the shawls are going to represent the women that aren't here and what they've went through.
The purple shawl represents those who suffer or have died from domestic violence. Blue is for victims of sexual assault, white for stalking victims, and red for the missing and murdered.
Native American women experience a disproportional amount of violence. In fact, 8 in 10 Indigenous women will be raped, stalked, or abused in her lifetime. These statistics are unacceptable.
Holland, one of the first Native American women elected to Congress, called for a renewal of the Violence Against Women Act. VAWA, passed in 1994, provides judicial and law enforcement tools to combat violence against all women, but Holland said it enhances protection for Native American women.
I want the Violence Against Women Act to get to the floor of the Senate. Right now, Mitch McConnell is holding it up. It passed in the House back in April, and in order to protect women and to protect Indigenous women, we need that bill to get to the floor of the Senate so that the senators can vote yes on it.
Holland said that reauthorization of VAWA would be timely. It was 25 years ago this week that the law was first passed. In Washington, Heather Cumberledge, Cronkite News.
New information tonight on the 2 murder suspects who escaped while being extradited. Authorities say the couple has been getting help from white supremacists right here in Arizona. In May, Blaine and Susan Barksdale were arrested in New York for the murder of 72-year-old Frank Bly. Police said the couple overpowered 2 security officers in Utah, escaping custody in a transport van headed for Tucson last month. The U.S. Marshal for Arizona says Blaine likely has contacts with people in the Aryan Brotherhoods and white supremacist gangs from his time in prison. The couple is now on the U.S. Marshal's most wanted list.
Developing now, the Arizona Department of Health Services is starting a new vaccine education pilot program for the 2019 and 2020 school years. The program will provide vaccine-related education through online courses. At some schools, parents who do not want their children vaccinated will need to complete the course before they can get a personal belief exemption form. The course is only through K-12 students at select pilot program schools.
Thirsty wildlife around Arizona are getting some help from the state. The Arizona Game and Fish Department has collected more than $72,000 in donations since June to help with water deliveries to keep animals alive and away from urban areas. Hot temperatures and a dry monsoon season are fueling the need, as a fourth of the state is in moderate drought right now, and almost all of it's abnormally dry. The donations have also been used to replace tires on water trucks, rent water trucks, and offset the cost of a water trailer.
Now, if you're one of the 1 million people that have a Phoenix Public Library card, this chapter that the libraries are opening may excite you. The Phoenix Public Library has turned a new page and decided to eliminate fines at all of its libraries beginning in November. 1 in 10 holders are blocked from checking out materials because they owe at least $25 in fines. Many of those blocked accounts are centered in areas with lower income households.
This is expected to have a big impact for anyone with a blocked account, especially since studies show that fines do not have any impact on items being returned.
An accrual of overdue fines means, it's harder for them to overcome, and it often leads to blocked library accounts, and those are individuals and families in our communities that need the access to library materials most.
The new program won't allow card holders to hold on to materials forever. After 51 days and 4 notices from the library, you will be sent a bill to replace the item.
However, if you return it, that fee will be waived. Coming up next on Cronkite News at 5, our LA Bureau brings us the latest on the deadly boat fire that left 34 people dead, possibly 2, including Arizonans.
And we get our first look at the newest Apple products unveiled just last night, including the new iPhone they claim will revolutionize the media industry.
Children had come to the Mother Church of Country Music. It was almost like a badge of honor that you had to bring your culture with you to the table. That's why Bob Wills and his guys brought us Western music. That's why Hank Williams brought the South with him from honky tonks. Johnny Cash brought the black land dirt of Arkansas. Bill Monroe brought music out of Kentucky bluegrass music. Willie Nelson brought his poetry from Texas. Patsy Cline brought her heartache from Virginia. I mean, it was the most wonderful parade of sons and daughters of America that brought their hearts and their souls and their experiences, and it gave us a great era in country music.
Millions of people die every year from drinking dirty water. I would never have felt I had the ability to do something without ASU pushing me. We built filtration systems out of local materials with the people. To see those kids drink clean water for the first time, it's the most rewarding feeling that you can ever have. I went to ASU because I wanted to change the world. The thing I never would have expected is how the world would have changed me.
Here at Cronkite News, we have producers who craft shows that make an impact on our community. Our broadcasts allow students to be involved in all levels of production, from producing to directing. We are guided by highly respected professionals who mentor the journalists of tomorrow. From technical directing to teleprompting and beyond, our production crew works tirelessly to produce meaningful and award-winning shows. We are Cronkite News on Arizona PBS.
A boat fire off the coast of Southern California took 34 lives, including 2 people from the valley. Gabrielle Rivas has more details about the accident from our LA bureau.
In California, locals gathered recently to honor and remember the 34 victims of a deadly Labor Day boat fire at the Santa Barbara Harbor. 2 Valley residents are presumed dead in the boating accident. Neil Baltz and Patricia Baitzinger, both residents of Ahwatukee, were on board the Conception vessel at the time of the fire. Baltz and Baitzinger were avid divers sharing their adventures on Neil's YouTube channel. The videos range from the coast of Hawaii to the coast of Houston. Authorities have confirmed the identities of 9 victims but are still waiting on DNA results to confirm the rest of the fatalities. The sister ship, the Vision, an almost exact replica to the Conception, is being used to help in the investigation. The cause of the fire remains unknown and the investigation is ongoing. For Cronkite News, I'm Gabrielle Rivas reporting.
Here are 3 more national headlines we're tracking today on Cronkite News. First, Uber laid off hundreds more employees. The company confirmed to CNN Business yesterday that about 435 positions, 170 in its product team and 265 on its engineering team, were eliminated. This news comes as the company faces pressure to clean up its finances following a lackluster Wall Street debut in May. Uber stock rose around 4% following the news, but is off about 25% from its initial pricing.
While Taco Bell isn't going meatless just yet, they will be promoting new vegetarian options. The fast food restaurant is rolling out a new vegetarian section on their new redesigned menus. It features 2 new meatless items as well as a certification from the American Vegetarian Association. Taco Bell officials say the restaurant offers more than a dozen vegetarian dishes. Customers can also substitute meat with beans on any menu item.
Finally, Apple announced the newest line of iPhones at a special event yesterday. And extra cameras was the talk of the town. The iPhone 11 has 2 cameras, and the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max has 3, 4 if you include the selfie cam. Apple is hoping the newest iPhones will change the media industry forever, with the ability to shoot 3 or 4 different ways at once. The new iPhones will be available for pre-order starting Friday, September 13th. The tech giant also unveiled Apple Plus, the company's venture into the world of streaming, along with a new line of Apple Watches and a larger-than-usual iPad. Coming up after the break, scientists from ASU get experimental on our roadways.
Stay with us to see how recycling and the pavement you drive on combine to create something truly innovative.
Cronkite Noticias is the Spanish-speaking division of Cronkite News, covering topics such as economics, education, sustainability, immigration, and border relations. Cronkite Noticias strives to serve the Spanish-speaking community in Arizona. Under the guidance of prominent Spanish-speaking professionals, students at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism develop content for our broadcast partner, Univision, as well as on Facebook and Twitter. Explore Cronkite Noticias at cronkitenoticias.azpbs.org.
By the year 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Before Professor Halden, I had an insane amount of passion, but I almost felt helpless because I didn't know how to use it. Professor Halden gave me a chance to make a difference. Being at a place like ASU allows you to take these big leaps. Ultimately, the biggest problems in the world cannot be solved alone.
Stay in the know on the go. At Cronkite News, we work hard to report the facts and keep you updated, whether we're on set or on the scene.
Taking it from the studio to the field. So I'm here in South Phoenix.
In Phoenix, we're just a click away. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or find us online at cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Long before humans made roads, we started making trails, but they can wear down or wash away.
Pavements last a lot longer, but eventually they wear out as well. And you don't only have to replace it with new pavement, you also have to find something new to do with all of the old material.
Scientists from ASU are testing a new way to create better pavement using recycled old roadway materials. Take a look.
We picture recycling as tasks like this: sorting paper, cardboard, glass, and plastic bottles. Now, you probably didn't picture this: tar and gravel and oils. But in this engineering lab at Arizona State University, pavement experts are testing how to use and recycle old roadway materials.
Reclaimed asphalt pavement, or sometimes we refer to it as RAP, R-A-P, is being used all over the country.
They're at work cooking up a new recipe for recycled asphalt. Their goal? To help the city of Phoenix get stronger, longer-lasting roadways and spend less on building and maintaining those roads. The United States recycles over 75 million tons of asphalt every year.
If you consider the savings in the new aggregates and the new asphalt cement, this translates to about $2.5 to $3 billion a year of savings. However, we have special environmental and harsher weather conditions here in the Phoenix area that kept us away from using RAP in roadways just because they oxidize, they age faster or more severely compared to any other part of the country.
This is all part of an initiative called Reimagine Phoenix. The city aims to divert 40% of its waste stream away from landfills by the year 2020.
We wanted to look at what would happen. What if we used a RAP mix? What would the percentage look like? How would it impact the performance of the pavement?
The city aims to divert 40% of its waste stream away from landfills. And old asphalt is one of the things they'd like to stop putting into landfills. Of course, you couldn't have workers sorting loads of heavy rocks and asphalt by hand, so recycling pavement will depend more on planning ahead and knowing exactly what materials are being ripped up when a roadway gets repaired or replaced.
Can we create an end market for these millings where none existed before? And that's really what the Recycled Asphalt Pavement Project is about.
The first lab study suggested that a mixture of new asphalt with 15% recycled asphalt has the best durability. After testing their mix in the lab, the engineers needed to test it on real streets. So they partnered with the City of Phoenix through ASU's Resource Innovations and Solutions Network.
We're going to be studying it in a real-world application. How does this perform right here in Phoenix, Arizona, in the extreme climate that we experience with the traffic patterns we experience every day?
The lab measures signs of damage in the aging asphalt. Signs like cracking, weathering, and rutting. Rutting happens when the materials in the mixture become soft under high heat and forms bumps and grooves in the pavement.
Rain chances may be slim for today, but some parts of Arizona got a little monsoon action yesterday. Harry Hughes shared this photo of a storm cloud he captured on his way to work. And on Instagram, a user posted this image of a lightning strike over the Catalina Mountains in Tucson. So, will we get more storms by the weekend?
Well, the lovely Quentin Walker is here, joining us with more on that.
Well, we just might. You know, we've been hoping and hoping to finally break out of those triple digits, and I'm so happy to say that we have. Take a look. This is what we have going on right now. We have some soft winds coming in from the north that are giving us those cooler temperatures that you're seeing here. 85 in Page, 72 up at the Grand Canyon, and 70 in Flagstaff. But of course, we're getting warmer as we move towards the west. You might have noticed this morning we had a few showers down by Tucson, but you won't need those umbrellas too much longer. Notice by about 7:30 p.m., those clouds are going to fester just a bit, and then they're going to dissipate as we move into the overnight hours and will be clear and sunny by tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, here's your highs that we're looking at. We are right back to the triple digits, so if you thought we avoided them, we haven't, and it's only getting hotter as we move towards the west once again. Looking more closely at tomorrow, we're at 82 at 8 a.m. A perfect opportunity for a morning hike, but you want to be careful because these temperatures are increasing rapidly. We're at 88 by 10 a.m. and up to 100 by 4 p.m. That's our high of the day. Looking at your weekend forecast, we have some high temperatures again, but some good weather. A great weekend for a date night, or of course, pretending you have a date and staying home, as I most certainly will be doing. Looking on a little later into the week, we have 20% chance of some precipitation Monday and Tuesday. That's going to bring us down into the upper 90s, but we're right back up to triple digits again by Friday. With your weather, I'm Quentin Walker.
When Cronkite News returns, an Arizona team has a new owner. Who's giving fans a renewed sense of hope? Don't go away.
Welcome to another edition of Cronkite Sports Now. I'm Taylor Rocha. Let's talk sports.
For the latest on local sports and beyond, we've got you covered.
Let's do this thing.
We challenge reporters to go beyond, a game story. We want stories with depth.
It's just a crucial step from the college experience into the professional experience while you're still in school.
At Cronkite Sports Now, watch the journalists of tomorrow cover sports today.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night.
The song came from my mother's fear. You're going out on the road and these girls are coming up and to you, and he wrote, I walk the line. I'm gonna stay true to you.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
The Coyotes' future in Arizona has been an open question for the last few years, but a new owner is giving fans hope that the team will remain in the desert. Cronkite News reporter Trey Bates joins us now to explain why more than 5,000 of those fans brought that hope with them to Gila River Arena over the weekend.
When Alex Morella completed his purchase of the Arizona Coyotes in July, he made clear his commitment to keeping the team in Arizona for the long term. Over the weekend, the team put that commitment to the fans on open display, hosting a fan fest that gave Coyotes faithful a chance to get up close and personal with some of their favorite players. The Coyotes gave the fans an opportunity to get out of the heat with the free event. The team has faced a lot of speculations over the past few years on whether the franchise would stay in Arizona. The Coyotes understand the importance of events like this to the community.
We give attendees some really great unprecedented player access that they would not get any other time during the season. We have players signing autographs, taking selfies, playing cornhole, playing NHL 19 video games with fans, so that's really something that we don't really get to offer a lot throughout the season, so that kind of one-on-one interaction and that player part is really unique to this event, and fans love coming for that reason.
There were a lot of stations throughout the arena where the Coyotes interacted with the fans, which included face painting, bounce houses, and ring toss. And while the fans in attendance were having fun, so were the players.
It's obviously nice to get inside a little bit, and it's nice and cold in here event because.
For Cronkite News tonight, thank you for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Gems. What do they tell us about our planet?
Our Earth is a master chef. She knows how to cook.
The stories behind the most exquisite treasures of the Earth. On Nova.
Tonight at 8 on Arizona PBS.
Explore new ideas and new worlds here on Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves. 8 brings the world to us in a way that educates, engages, and inspires. Join me for a talk about how travel, like public television, can enrich our lives with the best possible souvenir, a broader perspective. Go online right now to secure tickets. I hope to see you there.
Your support keeps all